Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh, and I got first place at Locals today playing Dragoon Eldlich, and I'm going to show you my deck. So this deck is fairly standardized. There's only one thing I did that I feel like is different from most of the Dragoon Eldlich decks, but it worked out fairly well. I played 2 Golden Lords. You never really actually want to draw this card, just want to summon enough Scarlet. Red Eyes package, played Wyvern. This actually came up in an Eldlich mirror. I was able to get my Dragoon back and my opponent wasn't, and that won me the game. And now, instead of going all in on trap cards and trying to win every die roll, I main decked 3 Draw and 3 Nibiru. So I don't know if these hand traps were actually correct. Nibiru is pretty good against Virtual World, Draw is really good against Drytron, but I did not play against either of those matchups, so these ended up getting sided out all 4 rounds today. But I still think playing hand traps so you don't just automatically die going second is good. And these 2 I feel like are the most impactful because Ash just trades a card and this deck doesn't really generate a lot of card advantage, so trading 1-for-1 on cards doesn't feel great. And these just completely shut down your turn. You can like blank a Drytron player's entire hand withdrawal, and Nibiru just sacks off an entire board. Play 3 Extrav, 3 Red Eyes Insight, you're trying to see Dragoon every game, and 3 Fusion, 3 Eldland, 3 Conquistador, 3 Haquero, there's not a lot to talk about here, 3 Scarlet, and then I'm still playing the White Destiny. I know a lot of Eldlich players were moving away from playing this, and this card is not good. You don't necessarily want to be playing this card, but playing 6 Golden Land cards with only 3 Elixir cards, you run out of resources fairly quickly, or you get stuck just being able to search more of these that don't do anything. So having a 4th Elixir, this is like the best one. You don't want to play Black Awakening in a deck that's trying to summon Dragoon. I felt like having the extra resource mattered a lot. Because we're playing hand traps, I'm only playing 2 Torrential and 2 Ice Dragon's Prison. This card is strong against Virtual World. It was very strong against Infernoble. It's very strong in the mirror, and it's abysmal against Drytron. So adjust your trap lineup based on what you expect to play. And then 3 Solemn Strike, which is really good when people are trying to inherent summon cards. For the extra deck, 3 Dragoon, 2 Verte, you never summon this. Link Spider and Imduck. These can come up if you need to put your Eldlands in the grave. They didn't today, but occasionally they will. 2 Nightmares, just to out general things. These didn't come up, but when they do, you'll be glad they're there. Pleiades, I made this twice today. It was very good. Gustav didn't make it today, but having access to burn damage is pretty good. A Zeus, you're almost never going to summon Zeus. I can't think of a time you'd ever summon Zeus, but theoretically you can, so it's there. And then because it's an Extrav deck and Dragoon is the only card you're ever realistically going to use, you have a lot of extra space. So I still played the Dogmatica cards, where I played an Intis, a Nova, and a Mechaba, just in case I play against Dogmatica. Dogmatica is fairly popular at my locals. If you have other cards that you think would be better in here, these definitely aren't necessary, but I had the space, and so wanted to play them. Side deck, I played 3 Lancia. These can swap out for the Draws and the Nibirus. This didn't do anything today. It actually helped my opponent because he had a card that would have been banished and instead went to his grave. But in general, this is another highly impactful hand trap. For back row decks, I played Twin Twisters and Reboot. I'm not sure about playing Reboot in this deck because you're not normally OTKing, but this can help you resolve and get to a Dragoon, and then Dragoon is pretty good. For going first, I played 2 Tactics and Called By. Called By is absurd in the mirror. 3 Judgment, and then the Ice Dragon's Prison and Torrential Tribute. That is the deck. And thank you so much for watching.